Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Dear HR Insider, where we take real life workplace questions and get expert advice from our HR pros. I recently received a great question that I think a lot of leaders can relate to, so I've invited our HR expert, Lisa Cooper, to help us unpack it. Here's today's question. I have an employee who's a great salesperson, but they're wreaking havoc on the team. They're not easy to work with, and it's rubbing everyone the wrong way. I think that I need to let them go. Is that okay? Lisa, this is a common dilemma, high performance, but high drama. What's your advice for this manager?
Yeah, people will people. That's what we do. So it's a tough one. I like to start before we get talk about separation and things like that. I think we need to ask ourselves some questions first. And the first question I like to start with is number one, are they a good core value fit, right? To even get on my boat or my bus or whatever vehicle we might be talking about, I need to make sure they want to enjoy the journey that we're going to go on, right? Like this is something that really feels like the right place for them, right? So if you haven't gone through the exercise of defining not only your core values, but also the actions and behaviors that really uh, cause those behaviors to be lived out on a day-to-day basis, I would start there. If the answer is no, they're not really rowing in the same direction as everybody else in the team, they might not be a core value fit, right? And that's probably a difficult and timely conversation to start having. Number two, I really like to focus on the actions and the behaviors, right? Like we can say things like they're toxic or they're dramatic, but like what's the measurable behavior that we're seeing or not seeing, right? And what kind of training and expectation setting have we done? Also, have we been coaching them along the way? Are we pointing out, hey, that was awesome? Or next time you're going to want to think about that a little bit differently. Here's my concern about that. I really like to recognize and reward when I see really positive behaviors and actions because what gets recognized gets repeated. Um, but it's our obligation as leaders of people to make sure that everybody understands where there may be opportunities for improvement. And I see a lot of our clients struggle with this, right? They want to be nice, especially here in West Michigan. We're West Michigan nice. And we may be reluctant or hesitant to have a candid conversation about how something lands with us, right? And it can be as simple as, you want to know my reaction to that, right? And that's a really unobtrusive way to share your perspective about something you heard or observed in the workplace. And that might shine a light on somebody's behavior because they might not even realize what they're saying or doing is causing ruffles across the team, right? And I get it, right? Like if you've got a rock star performer in terms of their sales metrics or any other quantifiable measure, but really being a great team player, nobody really wants to work with a jerk. So addressing those behaviors early and frequently and documenting them, because in HR we always know if it didn't not documented, it didn't happen. So making sure that we're having frequent conversations and we're closing the loop, whether it be a formal disciplinary action forum, and I have one if anybody's interested in one, or just an email summarizing today's conversation to ensure we're aligned and on the same productive path moving forward. Sometimes it is time for disciplinary action. Once you've done all your training, expectation setting, your coaching, right? If you're still seeing that pattern of behavior, or maybe time for a more formal performance improvement plan or a final warning or something along those. I like to give people lots of opportunities to change the course of their behavior. I hate to get to a separation conversation and they're completely caught off guard, totally unaware that their behavior or their performance was been an issue for a long time. And I do see that, right? So it's on us as leaders to make sure we're having those tough conversations all along the way. So that's where I would like to start. Core values, lots of expectation setting, some training, some coaching. You've done all of those things. It may be time to phone a friend in either HR or your friends in legal to talk about what a separation could look like.
Yeah, oh, that's so helpful. I really appreciate your perspective, Lisa, especially addressing the behavior while still recognizing their contribution because it's such a fine balance for managers. So I love that call out. Thank you so much, Lisa, for joining us today, sharing your expertise. It's so appreciated. And thank you, everyone, for watching Dear HR Insider. If you've got a workplace or people question that you'd like answered, just submit it to us through our Dear HR Insider form, and we might feature it in an upcoming episode. Don't forget to follow Cooper People Group on LinkedIn and Facebook so you can stay updated on all of our latest insights and publications. We'll see you next time. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Dear HR Insider, where we take real life workplace questions and get expert advice from our HR pros. I recently received a great question that I think a lot of leaders can relate to, so